fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. Oh, I wonder if I can mirror. I want to be back to front. Hang on. How is everybody? Right? Because a mirror. There we go. Yay! Everything's the right way. Well, right way round now. You can see Echo Echo. You can see the acknowledgement of country. I'm on stolen land right now. It's actually, I don't know which exact tribe it is. I don't think it's the Baili people. I think it's the Garangrang. Okay. Yeah. And you can see, you know what that says? This says my grabs back. Oh, I'm probably going to have to bleep that in the first couple of minutes. Yeah, I shouldn't say in the first minute. What else? Oh, look, there's little things on everything over here, everywhere, there. Behind my head here, that's a haiku about Amy Winehouse. Ask me about my haikus. Anyway, I was feeling really crap, and I'm like, well, may as well make some content because that'll make me feel better. Yeah, in theory, maybe. I don't know. It's better than doing nothing, you know. Just a little bit. I got home from work. No, I didn't. Like work finishes at 3 p.m. It's now 6:55. So I did some groceries. Oh, this is real interesting. Yeah. Snappy intros are my game. And then I was unpacking the car, and then the dogs are already getting yelled at. So, like, oh, great. I love coming home to like work can be stressful. Today was okay, but I didn't get a chance all day. Like I was full today, and that doesn't happen every day. Okay, I've got one spare, which we have planning and preparation time factored into our days, and you have to get a certain time. Yeah, so I mean, we had all of yesterday off, but I was feeling not very well. I would have called in sick yesterday if I had been here. Okay. We are going to watch the Awakened corporate call, and but I also want to talk about some other things that have been happening. When I talk like that, it means, you know what it means. Stuff has been happening. Who are you? Can you stop with that sound, please? Okay. I had to make a new folder because of this particular person. The new folder is called Tracy the Company Hopper. Because she's been in the last however long. I'm pretty sure she was. I'm not sure what she left to go to Elamir, whether she was in Trinont or Prove It, but she was in Prove It for sure. I don't know what else she's been in, but she joined Elamir and she got a tattoo, and then so she was in Elamir, got the tattoo when they opened. Yes, it's great, and she wasn't too shady about she was cross recruiting, and she was out putting it out there. Oh, maybe I'll put some music on. Hey, okay, so she joined Awakened. Oh no, sorry, I was saying that she was not shy about saying, like I am joining this because it's early. I'm in it, early. I'm gonna make money, and anyway, she left. She joined Awakened. All right. And she's got... Oh, I don't have the actual one that Erin posted up. I'll see if I can find it on the... Oh, maybe it's not on her Instagram, because maybe it was on her stories. But let me get Tracy. Trace! Get out, Trace. I'll get her Facebook up. We'll have a quick look, eh? I tell you who's a menace to society. There's this chick from Amare. Oh god, she's terrible. She is terrible. Maybe we'll just go through this one because it's all on here. It's all on here. So here we go. FYI, I'm no longer a rep for Element or Awakend. I'm not a check collector, carry on, but I am one for my skinny lemonade. That's bullshit. She absolutely is a check collector. She has jumped from 3 different companies, okay? And the one that she got in Awakend, she paid thousands for that. And I don't know. Well, they had a pretty big team, so I imagine she got a little bit of pay. Influencer. If indeed it is not an MLM, right? Why are there levels of pay? Because that's the levels, the multi-levels. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. I know Erin has done I think a Zip Slim, maybe somebody who was, like, she hasn't done a deep dive, but a reaction. Yeah, so knowing when to jump ship. I just want to get back to one that I saw before, as well as the Klarna. Use Klarna for easy pays to order some skinny lemonade or join as a coach. So you're encouraging somebody to go into debt for an MLM product. Right, okay. If you're wanting to join me in this new skinny lemonade biz, join tomorrow at midnight. The discounted option of $49 ends. The most dangerous animal on the planet is a fake friend. Yeah, look, Tracy, people calling you out for jumping to different companies, not necessarily fake friends. Your circle is supposed to be proud, not jealous. Okay. Sell, share, use whatever product you like, my friends. I'm still here cheering you on. Wish everyone felt the same way, but I can only control me. Go get your dreams. I mean, like, Danielle asked for this. She said you can sell whatever else you like. Probably not a wise idea to include, like, weight loss products, right? Okay. And then she's blaming this. So many of you know I switched products. I've taken the old one since I started this news product. And apparently it's different. And she's lost 5 pounds. Oh, this is a little bit embarrassing, but that's okay. I don't see how it can be, like, how can you tell that it's not the Z? You were taking them, like, almost at the same time. Like, seriously. So, I might have to do a little look on that. So that's an update from Awakend. Another thing that is happening with Awakend is that some people are complaining about the product not working, and they're gaslighting the shit out of them. So that's real nice. We've got to love a bit of gaslighting. And they've got an incentive trip. Woo! Okay, where is this thing? Is it on my computer? Maybe it's on my... Oh, damn it. I don't have it handy, but they were gaslighting people. All right. Now, we're about to watch a corporate call from a Dr. Ona. Yep, okay, I'm going to share this screen. Top screen sharing, and we're going to go to... This one. Okay, so this is who we're watching. She has been apparently hired as the Awakend Self-Advisory Board member. I know, that all sounds like made-up things, doesn't it? But here we are. Ona Brown. Ona Brown is a success-ologist. That's not a word or a position or a qualification. That's nothing, okay? That's her own bio from her own website. Who escorts. That is a bizarre saying, like, escorts. I would never have thought to put the word escorts there. Like, you travel alongside them and make sure they get there, I suppose. Who escorts individuals, teams, corporations, and non-profits on the journey to discovering how to excel beyond any seeming limitations It's quite small on my screen, sorry. And/or obstacles by activating their personal and professional power. That's a whole lot of nothing. Ms. Brown has motivated tens of thousands throughout the United States. Source: how are you going to prove that? See, you can make that statement. You don't have to prove it to anyone. And in over 7 different foreign countries. Just maybe you should have said, like, in a variety of countries, because 7 doesn't sound like a lot. I mean, there's 7 on the border of France, maybe. I don't know. Don't check that geography, please. In the past 22 years, Ona Brown is a proven self-development vehicle. This woman did not just call herself a vehicle. Oh my god. That doesn't make sense at all. Especially the way the MLMs use it. A vehicle is their way of making money, their company. Providing accelerated success strategies. Tell me what an accelerated success strategy is. Give an example right now. I know I'm talking to a screen at the moment. It's okay. By awakening undiscovered personal power. Oh, so that's the only way you do it? You just can't build on anyone's, like, if they know the power, it's useless. Boundlessly expanding visions and building skyscraping dreams. Oh my fucking god. That was word salad with a side of yeah, I do all my own SFX, okay? And for some reason, dot points. Don't know what they're referring to. Business growth consulting, change management, coaching, communication, customer service, diversity solutions, life-work balance, leadership, message development. Message development? What the frig is that? Motivation, presentation skills. Well, I don't know that you... Sales, that'd be one of the more important ones. I don't see what that's got to do with everything else. Stress management, team building. I can't see there. I can't see it. So awakened self is meant to be like all the stuff for the mind. She doesn't have a psychology degree. She doesn't have a psychiatry degree. She doesn't even say she could be a counselor on that. So she has no qualifications in that particular field. But guess what? Her father is Les Brown, and he is a well-known speaker in the biz. Okay, so, oh god, that's so small. Ona Brown has made an expert for work, inspiring, motivating, and here's the 7 places she's been. She came to Australia. I want to see, so she says all this, you can read it, it's boring, and it's like saying nothing. Hang on. With a style steeped in a feminine expression of empowerment. What's a feminine expression of empowerment? What is that? Would you like to define it or show me an example? Because that doesn't make any sense. Okay. Oh, I want to read this sentence now. Sorry, I'm going backwards. Alright. I'll just read it. Just read it out, Tish. Okay. Along with her consulting, coaching, and corporate training firm, World Impact Now, Ona continues to blaze a trail of transformation, empowerment, and leadership development, breaking down perceived barriers and speaking to people of all walks of life. This is nonsense. For over 23 years, Ona has dedicated her life to facilitating exceptional results. This sounds like nothing. In people of all ages. People of all walks of life. People of all ages. And how many different ways are you going to say that? Did you call your dad? She has spoken before crowds large and small. Me too! Including hundreds of youth in Buffalo, New York. I've spoken to hundreds of youth in Queensland, Australia. I'm not special. and 15,000 jazzed up participants at the New Orleans Superdome. So, oh my God, with a style steeped in feminine expression of empowerment, she nurtures the dreams of her listeners and motivates with an embracing and compelling energy that transforms. All things that do not need to be proven, that can just be said. Oh, gross. Okay, let's let's watch this stupid corporate call. Need nasal spray. My nose is blocked. Look, you know, I've overcome many addictions in my life, but the nasal spray, I'll never give it up. Because my nose can be this blocked, as you can hear it now, and it'll be clear soon. I live, like, where I'm living at the moment is where I grew up, and we have a lot of pollution. It doesn't smell anymore. It used to smell here. All right, you're off. You're gone. Lounge music. You're gone. All right. This is what we are watching, the Monday night corporate call with Awakend. Damn it, where'd my stream go? Okay. I've lost that tab like 10 times. Alrighty. It's only 23 minutes, so it's going to be a shortish one for me. Although, do you know what? Yesterday when I was, no, the day before when I was editing, I'm like, oh my God, this is so quick when my videos are shorter. I mean, duh. Okay, let's do it.
Welcome, everyone. I am Danielle Mioli, founder.
Why are you introducing yourself? This is not an opportunity. It's a corporate call. Monday night corporate call. We know who you are. Are you introducing yourself for Una? Because she should know who you are too. Oh, I'm scrolled all the way down with the chat. Sorry. She must have done her face. She doesn't put on camera if she hasn't done her face. All right, let's keep going. It's only 7 seconds in. I gave the WFAB girls 8 seconds. Yeah.
Founder of one of the founders of Awakend, as well as your chief sales officer. So excited to be here. This is a really special night for us. We have our very first Awakened Mind training tonight from someone who.
Oh. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna I'm gonna reload it because it had been sitting there since yesterday. Where'd we get up to?
Who I absolutely adore. And if you don't know Dr. Ona Brown.
Okay, so look, you don't have to adore and love everybody who's involved in your business or other people's business. You can have professional respect for them. Why is it always such big terms like this? I know it's love bombing, but still, like, hello. You can just say this is a person who's very inspiring. They have feminine energy up their ass and they do empowerment push-ups or whatever. She's got the script, you know, that you can say. I adore this person because I know them personally, because I know Les Brown, and Les Brown is somebody who's connected to MLMs. So, you know, like, what is this woman? What is her expertise except for being a yes person for MLMs, right? Because you know, it looks good for you to have somebody on your advisory board who has done a PhD and is a doctor. Meanwhile, well, what's the PhD in? Hang on, I'll have a quick look.
It was not a quick look. It took a long time. And guess what? I couldn't find what sort of doctor Una Brown is. So, sounds really not suspicious at all.
All right, let's keep going with this BS.
She is quite a force to be reckoned with. I am so excited about having her not only on our Awakened Self Advisory Board and putting together content for the Awakened Mind, but she is a coach. She's spoken all over the world. She's known as the Message Midwife. She is.
By who? Who calls her that? Now she's reading the bio, by the way.
Someone who is super powerful and has a heart of gold. And we have been spending.
What does that mean? She's super powerful. Because she's Les Brown's daughter? Maybe. It's probably true. But that's not written down anywhere.
A lot of time together, her and I and Ashley, putting together this amazing Awakened Mind training that you're going to have year round that'll launch at convention. And tonight she's going to give you just a little taste of what you're going to be getting with that pillar in Awakened as these months roll on and weeks roll on. So I think I'm frozen. Can you guys see me? I hope we're not. Okay, good. So for some reason I look frozen here, but so she is also the baby girl of one of my greatest influences in my life, Les Brown. And I might have had a few tears when I found out she joined our company.
I want my face to be bigger. I'm sorry. Ew. That's a grown woman. Don't call her a baby girl. Unless you're her partner, and you're not. You're going out with Scott. You make sure you tell everybody. That's weird. I wouldn't cry. Like, I've got some work friends who are like my favorite people in the entire world. And I would be really happy if they like rejoined where I was working. But I wouldn't cry. Oh my God, she's so dramatic. Oh, she's terrible. Okay, let's keep going.
In our very first call, I was just blown away by her presence. And I've been reading one of the books she wrote, and she's just a blessing. So without further ado, Dr. Ona Brown, I think I'm going to make you a co-host just so you have the ability to mute and unmute. Forgive me. And make sure we get you all set up here. There she is. So Ona, you should be good to go in about 2 seconds. And you should be able to unmute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Danielle. I'm so excited to be here. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to come together and for me to be able to do what I love to do, which is to inspire and to uplift and hopefully encourage the powerful people that we have in this beautiful vision of Awakened Nation. And so thank you, each and every one of you that are tuned in. I know that every moment of your life is an opportunity for you to grow and to develop and to get better. So we love it when you.
It's okay if not every minute of your life you're not growing or bettering yourself. Sometimes it's okay just to be. Give it a go. Look, my brooch has been doing this all day, like catching the light. And ooh, where did I just see that go? And when it catches the light, and you can see like the transfer, you can see it reflected, and it does look like you can see the dude being lifted up and being yeah. But sometimes it's okay to just be. Because I know a lot of people, I don't know, is it called executive function? No, but a lot of people get stalled, and that's me. Like, I'll get stalled in a moment, and it's okay if I'm not being productive. Do you know what is not okay? When you're not being productive and learning, it's capitalism. Capitalism demands that you are bettering yourself to make money. Okay. It's got a lot to do with it. Watch Kilgore. Okay. And Julie Joe did something about it as well. I'll try to link it if I remember.
You invest your time and your energy and you show up. So thank you for being who you are. And I just want to dive into a couple of things. When I think about the beginning of the year and I think about how we made it into this brand new year, which is a new beginning, and the value of that, we understand that we'll never get a new year until you get a new you. And so renewing yourself is something that I believe in, and I found that works really well with clients, and also having spoken nationally and internationally since 1995. When you get into the space of,
I've spoken internationally as well, probably you know, for, since I've spoken both internationally and nationally, and I find it a really natural way of just dropping it into conversation is just to mention it in the middle of nothing that's to do with speaking internationally and nationally. It's real natural. What does you don't get a new year if you don't get a new self? I think you'll find that the year still ticks over. So I think these people from Awakend are just going to be like, oh my God, this is so fucking good. We love you. Because it's all BS and they just have to be positive about it. Because do you know what the truth is? This means nothing. And if this means nothing, then everything else means nothing. And that's a bit frightening. It would be, it's the sunk cost fallacy where you're like, okay, I've committed this, I've committed to it, I'm going to stick with it because I need this to be the thing. And that's where Tracy, she might be a dirty dog. She's not a self-assigned dirty dog, but Tracy is not going to do this BS. She's going to say, oh, Awakened is in a lawsuit. I'm out of here. Because is thinking more about like the bigger picture. And these guys are just like, gotta hold on for another day, gotta hold on for another day. And it's a bit sad actually.
So taking time to focus in on who you are, whose you are, and what you're here to do, it just doesn't get any better than that. And I think that oftentimes we get distracted by the different things in life and we don't really take enough time to get in the mirror, to focus on ourselves, to see what it is that we can really learn about who we are.
Are you telling me that Danielle Mioli doesn't spend enough time in front of a mirror? I'll bet you she does. And she probably hates what she sees, but yeah. Who has time to do that in an MLM? You've got daily method of operations. You've got to be on Zoom calls and you got to be in the other places. What are other places, Tish? Well, other than these Zoom calls, there's team calls. Like if you're on the Megan Desart team, I'm sure she has calls. So, although I wonder how the Megan Desart team's going because Ashley was one of hers. And she did a big thing when she ranked up. This one's special. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I can't believe she's ranked up. I love this girl so much. How much? Because she left. Anyway.
Upon the fact that we just stepped into this new year, what are some things that really worked well for you last year? What are some things that maybe you could work on that you might be holding you back? What are some things that if you reflect on yourself right now, if you had 2022 to do over, you could do some things differently that would put you in a different place? Maybe it would be more adventurous. Maybe it's about being more outspoken.
Look, MLMers do not need to be more outspoken, okay? They need to be less outspoken, but this goes against a lot of what they sort of preach in MLMs. Very rarely are they dwelling in the past. It's always forward thinking. So it's interesting that she's going on this sort of tangent.
Maybe it's about being more centered and grounded. Maybe it's about you not allowing other people and other situations and circumstances to throw you off. Maybe perhaps it's about you taking time to really get still with yourself and to do some journaling, to do some what they call vision boarding, to do some things that will help you.
Do you think these people don't journal? Because they freaking journal, okay? Like this, it sounds good and nice and whatever, but these are things that people do. And I already heard Megan to start talking about a vision board. Okay, so it's not new. Like these people are already doing this shit and they're still failing. So what else have you got?
To get centered with who you are and how you're showing up to this thing called life. And so that's why the first step of renewing yourself is to reflect. Just take some time to reflect on who you are and what it is that you might need to change about yourself in order to get to that next level of your greatness and power. We're in this beautiful opportunity with this powerful gift of this product and these amazing, powerful people that care about people and they don't care about just what you can do for the company, but also what you can do.
Jesus. Didn't expect her to bring the funnies. I just need to hear what something she just said. Like, it sounded weird. All right, let's go back a bit.
On who you are and what it is that you might need to change about yourself in order to get to that next level of your greatness and power. We're in this beautiful opportunity with this powerful gift of this product and these amazing, powerful people that care about people and they don't care about just what you can do for the company, but also what you can do for yourself and how you can become better. And so that's
that sounded so insincere. I'm sorry. Like, the way she said, because you've got this product, like, it just was plucked out of the air. Like, this is a paycheck to her. And saying, you've got these powerful leaders. It's a paycheck to say, keep the faith in the leadership team. That's all I see it as. And she's just the messenger, you know. Danielle, can I offer some advice? Because I don't know. I don't think I would be a person who is checked out by your lawyers, because apparently people are making YouTube videos about you because they were paid off by your old company, which is what you're saying, in a lawsuit. I am just an idiot in Australia with too many dogs, and no one's paying me to do this. But you're ripping people off, and that's shit, okay? And this is how you're spending your money, on a frivolous lawsuit, which is going to be so hard to prove. I don't know how your lawyers let you file it. It's such a waste of time. And spending money on people like this who are just here to say, trust your leaders. Wow. Money, just, it's like, think about how many people would have joined, even if it was like, conservatively. I know that they've got past 11,000 because that was what they originally had said, how many NFTs they were going to have. Oh, I smashed my phone today. Like, I haven't smashed my phone in years. Like, years. Okay, so 11,000 times the 2,000. Yeah? It's $22 million. $22 million. Wow, that is a lot of money. So, yeah, because did someone send me something about, and I could not read that because it was an Excel spreadsheet where the actual thing they're selling is not that expensive at all. And I mean, they charged so much money for the NFTs, and they were absolute rubbish. In fact, I would hazard a guess that they're probably, I don't know, like, I'd like to see someone's wallet. Maybe I can ask Tracy. She changed her header on Facebook to be Zip Slim. She had the NFT up there for a while.
what I think more than anything, when I look back at my career and I look back at my speaking and the coaching and the training, there were so many times when I felt as if I were to get to this next level, that it would require me to do all these things outside. And now I've realized, after you live a little longer, I know I've got some people on here that's been here for a while. I'm not the only one, right? When you live a little longer, it's never about the things outside. It's always the inside job that we get to do. And that's when everything shifts in your reality. So that's one of the things that I would say is the power of reflection. The next thing I would say that's very important for us is to identify our.
Okay. Look, I would say that, I'm sorry, I'm just need more room for my mouse.
I would say that somebody who was born into poverty, they could do as much personal growth as they could do, and a lot of them do that in MLMs, and they still do not succeed no matter how much personal development they do, because the MLM business model is the problem. It's 99% people make no money or lose money. It's the FTC reports that. Their own companies report it. Awaken obviously doesn't have an income disclosure statement, but the trend is that. Okay? So what was I I know, it was MLM Boss Babe was talking about how Britty Rose was giving financial advice to people, which, for one, she'd stolen the TikTok that she, you know, was doing, and another, it's like, all I'm hearing now is be born rich. That's how you make money. That's how you be rich now. You are born rich. Very few people crawl their way out of poverty. Okay. Yep. Stormy Wellington might have done it. And yep, Jessie Lee Ward might have done it. Although I don't know what to believe with her because she just lies so much. Like, she introduced another lie to her story a couple of months ago on a podcast, saying that she was a six-figure earner when she was at college. Sure. If that's the case, why were you still down to nothing when you had to cough up an extra $300 for this basement apartment that you rented from your mother? Yeah. Look, I'm sorry, I'm stopping it a lot. It's just, like, this is BS. And my BS limit, I kind of reached it. Okay. But that's what you're here for. Sorry.
Smile makers. That's right. Our smile makers. I did a body of work called Discover the Greatest You Ever. And one of the things that I said in there, in that body of work, was how you can begin to identify what your smile makers are. Now, everyone has different smile makers, different things that give them.
This is toxic positivity. That's all it is. But we'll see. Toxic positive. It sounds like toxic positivity.
Joy, different things that fill up their cup, different things that replenish them and restore them and recharge them and rejuvenate them. And so you've got to know what that is for yourself. I know mine. I used to call the ocean, I still call the ocean my boyfriend. It's nothing like spending time by water for me. It's so relaxing. It's so peaceful. It's so calming. The birds, the clouds, the hearing the shore come in, hearing the water come into the shore. All these things are just very powerful for me. And it's so relaxing. The other thing is being able to just play with children. I guess because I don't really have children of my own, but during the holidays, the family wants to talk politics.
You don't really? That was really non-committal. I don't really have children of my own. What does that mean? You either do or don't have children of your own. It's not don't really. People want to talk politics and you just want to play with the kids. Great.
They want to talk all these different complex conversations. I want to be in the floor with the children. Pass me the G.I. Joe. Pass me the Legos. Pass me the...
Really? You just called G.I. Joe a G.I.A. Joe?
The Scrabble. Let's get this puzzle going. Having a good time. If you want to get spanked in Uno, I'm here for you. That's what gives me joy. It fills up my cup. It replenishes me. And so one of the things that I truly believe, and we've been saying for years, is that you can't pull anything out of an empty bag. And so you constantly giving out to others, constantly giving to your goals, your family, your dreams, and not doing anything to pour back into yourself, it's not going to work. After a while, you'll find yourself burnt out. You find yourself...
Again, these people work freaking hard at what they're doing. Of course they do. They listen to the podcast. They watch the videos. They do the reading. They journal. They're doing it. Sometimes at the expense of their family, and it still doesn't make them successful.
yourself overwhelmed, you find yourself challenged. And so understanding that you can't pull anything out of an empty bag, it's important that we replenish ourselves, refuel ourselves, and get tapped into our smile makers so that we can actually be able to give from our overflow. When we're giving,
I'm sorry, smile makers sounds childish. You know, it sounds like something I would talk to primary schoolers with it. I would not say that to teenagers. You know, like if I was to go to my teenage classes and say, okay, we're going to talk about what your smile makers are, they would look at me like, she just say smile makers? I am not 5 years old. You know, like that sounds very immature. And like, so not you can't just fill your cup. You have to be overflowing from this cup. Okay. It's just so much extra work, and this business of making your own smiles, you're not getting paid for it. And what's the benefit? You just feel good even though you're failing?
giving from our overflow, we have more than enough for our goals, for our dreams, for our family, for our opportunity, for everything that has anything to do with us. We have what we need.
I mean, not money for some people. It's a very, very privileged point of view to say that. You have everything that you need is within you. Again, the cycle of poverty is going to tell us that no, that's not exactly true. Okay?
And so that's why when you think about pouring into yourself, you have to know what it is for yourself. You got to know if it's time in nature, if it's going for a walk, it may be going to the gym, it may be listening to live music, it may be being able to sing and sing as if you have a sold out arena, fills up your cup. That's what you want to give to yourself, and schedule that for yourself. Because if you just wait, oftentimes when we wait, it doesn't happen. And so the things that are important in our lives, we put it on our calendars, right? So put that on your calendar, give that to yourself, honor yourself, understand that you are your greatest commodity. There's nothing greater than you in this thing called life. You and your relationship with those that you love, and you being able to do what it is that you're here to do in a powerful way and live out your purpose. And
Look, am I just a cynical bitch, but like, this feels like a pep talk. And I'm like, what are your qualifications for this? I just don't think it's that easy. You're not taking into consideration a variety of things, including that why is all of this coming from your job? Okay, this is a job, but you're talking about life, and I think it's overstepping, which MLMs blur the lines on everything, and it's like, okay, you believe in us. I don't know. It's over the top to me.
shine your light and make a difference in your family, in your community, in your church, in your opportunity, in your organization. Wherever you go, you should be able to light the place up. You don't just go into the room, you enter the room and you light the place up. Why?
Not everyone can be a light. Okay, I'm sorry. There are people who just aren't like that. Okay, they just aren't. That's okay. They weren't meant to be the light. You know, like there are some people who were born and they are genuinely brought into this world to do wonderful, great things and change the world. You know, Greta Thunberg, Malala, Dr. Martin Luther King, really Steve Irwin. We love Steve Irwin. These people were brought into this earth to make things better. But they're not all like Steve. We can't all be the same, like, mammoth person who is, the inspiration of the world. That's not me either, you know? Do I inspire some people? Hopefully a few, as a teacher. But if you're not a teacher, you don't, you know, if you work in a park, if you work, a groundsman, you mow the yard.
Is that inspiring? Probably not. Is it a necessary job? Yep. Okay. There's so many jobs that are just jobs. And that's okay because we get to be human outside of our jobs as well, you know? And even for me, like, yes, I do really enjoy being a teacher. It's a bit harder now than it used to be, yes. But being on YouTube, not only like it fulfills the creativity sort of buzz that I feel and making buzz that I feel as well. Okay. I've always written, drawn, created, and this is my creation thing at the moment. Okay. Uh, but it doesn't mean that, you know, I came to like change people's lives. I had an, I did have, uh, I haven't done a video about it yet, but I really need to. And I had an interaction with a person who was talking with another person, a rep from Amari. And I did change someone's life. And that was really, it was really, at the time, it was awful and I felt really bad. But reflecting on it, I'm so proud. And so I think that what I did was really important, but just for that one person, you know. But it was worth it to me to do all of this advocacy. And that's what I'm here to do. Okay. Now, if I was thinking about it because when I've been watching Julie Anderson's videos, so Julie was in Rank Makers with Ray Higdon, as well as being in Monate, and I'm pretty sure she was under Tony Van Shoy. And she was saying, you know, like, please leave, like, thank you for all the messages that you leave. You know, like, it means a lot to her, and she knows that the Rank Makers are also reading it. And so I remember putting down a couple of weeks ago something about, and to all those rank makers out there, you know, like if you want a soft place to land, you find the creator that you identify with and you reach out to them. And I'm like, there's a little bit of a discussion about who we advocate for when there are people who leave MLMs and who they are, and bringing into consideration who should we help and who doesn't deserve help. And I would say that anyone who leaves an MLM deserves help, even if they are conservative. Help from me? Nah. I'm not your person, okay? I'm not the person you're going to reach out to. All right? However, there are other people who people would reach out to. And so that's the point, okay? And we need a soft landing for all of the people who might want to leave an MLM. And as a wonderful creator has said, unfortunately, the people who are in MLMs are predominantly cis, white, het women. Okay? Is that my demographic? Yep. But I'm not conservative. Okay? So, yeah. It's a tough one, but our advocacy is important. And wherever you fall, you land. How did I get onto this? Oh, just that. I might cut this whole thing. Who knows? Just that, you know, we're not all going to be bright, shining lights. It's okay if you're a little torch or a little, like, you know, the ones on the bike and you have the wheels and you have to, like, makes the wheels go. It's like a, God, what am I even talking about? I'm just going to press play.
Because you've taken the time to give yourself what you need. You've honored yourself with everything that you want in this thing called life. And you understand that you're not going to deplete yourself. Most of us sometimes are going through life malnourished, right? Mentally malnourished, spiritually malnourished, physically malnourished. We have depleted ourselves. And why do we go and plug and charge up our phone?
You do know you're working for a weight loss company, right? Because, yep, probably a lot of those people are, you know, physically malnourished by choice.
Every single day without fail, but we don't charge up ourselves because we think it's okay to deplete ourselves. And I'm saying to you that it's not. I'm saying to you that we believe that you need to renew yourself, and we want you to be at your greatest version of yourself. And that's going to require you to get seriously serious about who you are and what you're here to do and the way that you're here to do it. So that requires a decision. That requires you to make a decision to say, you know what? I understand that I have to put the oxygen on myself first. I remember I've been flying since I was 7, and I used to hear them say, "Oh, if by chance we lose altitude before losing, if we lose altitude, you have to put the oxygen on the children and the elders first." And I thought to myself, these are some cold people. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to help the people I can help because I'm a giving person. I'm a loving person. And so I'm not following those instructions. I didn't tell them that, but I knew in my mind what I was going to do.
This is why children are stupid when they're like, she's just said she was 7. Well, maybe like she's been flying since she was 7. It says, and she said that the wrong way around. She said you're supposed to put on the oxygen mask on yourself first, but she said that they said to do it the children and the elderly first. They don't even say that. They just say put your own oxygen on and then any children. Like, what is it going to be? An extra couple of seconds for you to be a martyr? Like, you're no use to anyone if you're passed out, but good for you. Great. Well done. I mean, why would they have a safety like guideline if it wasn't well thought out? Like that's nearly every single flight ever is put the oxygen on yourself first. So you're just going to ignore that safety. I think that pretty much tells me everything I need to know about her, really.
Do. And then after flight after flight after flight, one day it just dawned on me. Wait a minute. If I lose consciousness, if I, for whatever reason, am unable to breathe, how am I going to help anyone? That would be being a disservice, not only to myself, but for everyone that I desire to help. And so I realized that putting the oxygen on myself first, it seems selfish initially, but it's required. It's a requirement for me to put the oxygen on myself first and to give myself the ability to be conscious, to be at my best, and to be able to help others. And so if you're a helper, if you're a giver, if you're a person that's always pouring out to others, and especially us women who are natural nurturers and we are the gatekeepers of life.
So I just wanted to make the statement that women are not the only people who can give birth and give life. Trans men and non-binary people can also be pregnant and life givers.
Because no one can get here unless they come through one of us, right? And we constantly, oftentimes, put other things and other people and everyone above ourselves, and then leave ourselves at the bottom of the totem pole and give ourselves the crumbs. And that is not going to work. You owe it to yourself to give yourself the highest, to pour into yourself and to allow yourself to be at your best. So everything that has anything to do with you, your family, your goals, your dreams, your community, all of that can get the best of you, the highest of you. And it will be coming from your overflow. And you will continue to be able to shine and live out the life that you deserve to live. Your greatest version of yourself is waiting on you. Oftentimes we sign up to be the volunteer victim and the martyr. I love it when my dad has been saying for years, wherever you find yourself in life, at some point in time, you made an appointment to be there. So if we are constantly blaming others and finding excuses, we cannot get to that next level of greatness. We cannot renew ourselves.
I mean, some people have pretty good excuses, like they might have chronic pain. They might be neurodivergent. They might have, some sort of disability. Yeah. Or mental illness. But I bet you she likes dropping her dad's name. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've referenced, no, I probably do talk about my dad because he lives with me. But, I don't know. It just, like I said, am I cynical? I mean, I am cynical, but I'm just like, I'm rolling my eyes the whole time. Are people sitting at home going, yes, yeah,
this is so good, I can't believe it. You know, I'm just going to go to full screen because I want to look at the chat. Hang on, we'll go here, hey? Yeah, that's a bit better. Mr. Les Brown, we welcome you, Dr. Brown. What? Mammy Brown's baby granddaughter? Oh, who would say that? That is so weird. Oh, God. Oh, God. Smile makers, these guys. Oh, yep, you gotta be positive. Yes, the ocean for me, my 2 grandchildren. Megan Desart said the ocean. I don't know where she is. I think we're going past her. Knowing your smile makers, that makes me smile. Yes, children have no judgment and are so innocent. Be a teacher. I get judged all the time. So excited to be mentored by you. I don't think that you're understanding what's going on here, Haley. Children are the best medicine. Well, I'm sorry, be a teacher. Sorry to repeat myself, but yeah, here we are. Oh God, look at this. Do you know who is on this? Who I haven't seen on calls in a while? The masters are on this. I haven't seen them in the chat anyway. Straight facts. Love that we need to charge ourselves up like a phone. That's not an original thought. Come on now. Thank you for so much for pouring into each of us with your love and that's a fair bit. So that's at the end. That's interesting because there's not that much here. Who's making noise over there? Dogs are weird at the moment.
We cannot grow to our highest level of power and development. And so today, we trade in all of our good excuses for great results. Today, I trade in all of my good excuses for great results. And yes, I'm going to reflect and renew
That almost looked like a prayer.
myself, and I'm going to recharge myself, and I'm going to give myself my smile makers. And then I'm going to make a decision to honor who I am and what I'm here to do and to live out my purpose in a great way. I remember one time when I was living in Miami, Florida, I went to this yoga class. And I was really, really struggling with this yoga class. I mean, it seemed like the time was moving backwards. And every move that we had to hold, it seemed like it was taking everything for me to hold the particular stance. And I was just in this place of wanting to give up. I saw the exit sign. I knew no one in the room knew me. I was like, if I could just somehow make myself invisible and head towards the exit sign and get out of this yoga class, I would be so happy. And then I'll never forget this. As long as I live, I glanced over to the right of me, and there was this elderly woman. She had she had beautiful, all gray hair, and she was very petite, and she was very centered. And you could just tell she had just reached a mastery level of yoga, and she was just doing her deep breathing, and she wasn't even sweating. It was like she was glistening. And she looks over at me and she says, "Honor yourself." And I was like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Honor yourself."
And then everybody clapped. That's how I'm feeling about this. Like, she's got a course. One of her courses is like in stories. So,
and in that moment, I don't know what happened, but I got more endurance, more confidence, more courage. And I started doing the deep breathing. And when she would go into the stance, I would go into the stance. And when she would hold, I would hold.
yeah, because that's actually how yoga classes work. Everybody does the same move at the same time. I'm a qualified yoga teacher. Maybe people don't know that about me, but I am. Haven't taught in a while. Probably have to do some refreshers if I wanted to teach. Everybody's supposed to be doing the same moves at the same time. Like that's what there's a teacher for. So, yeah.
And I just realized, I said, wait a minute. this powerful woman who's a senior citizen can do this class and look at me and say, honor yourself, then I have to find a way to honor who I am and stick this out and stay, even though it's tough, push forward. So what am I saying to you?
Okay, so if this happens, do you know what every single yoga teacher will tell you? Pretty much. I'm not speaking for them all, but most yoga teachers will tell you just go back in child's pose. Just go back to child's pose, recenter, get yourself breathing. Just go to shavasana. I don't like using the Sanskrit words, not my language to use. But corpse pose. It's I don't know, like shavasana. You know, it's the final meditation. So go into child's pose or shavasana, corpse pose, and just re-find yourself there. Nearly every single yoga teacher, practitioner I've ever seen has said that or done, or, you know, I would do that without even thinking. If I'm like, you know what, I'm not feeling this today. I don't want to leave because, like her, I wouldn't want to leave and like draw attention to myself. But actually, I was thinking about this the other day because my friend Caitlin, who doesn't have Instagram, hasn't ever had Instagram, and she and I used to go to yoga when she still lived here. And she was one who was talking about if I was working with her and my other friend Christy. Oh, I love them. But they live in Brisbane and haven't seen them in ages. And I haven't been to Brisbane in ages because of COVID and various other things. Anyway, we went to a yoga class and we were just there. And there was this lady there and she had on like sunglasses. It was a nighttime class. Sunglasses. She had this really thick mat. It doesn't look like a yoga mat. It looked like more like an exercise, like one of those real chunky ones. Anyway, she was doing a move and her mat snapped in half, right? And she just left. So we were like, what the hell? It was very strange. I think maybe she had some lunchtime shandies, which is lemonade and beer for anyone not Australian. Okay. God.
I'm saying to you that let's not be delusional with ourselves. Every year comes with its own set of challenges. Every year comes with its own set of setbacks and disappointments and sicknesses and failures and disappointments and deaths and all types of things that show up in life. And there are going to be times when you are going to feel like throwing in the towel and giving up and feeling like you don't have what it takes to see it through. But here's what I want to say to you. Honor yourself. Just honor yourself on those tough moments, in those.
What if honoring yourself means honoring your family and not committing time and energy into, sorry about the pause, into this company that isn't paying you back for that time and energy? Would you like them to honor themselves then? Because it has to work all of the time, the advice,
Challenging times when you feel like you don't have what it takes, just honor yourself and keep going through the motions. Keep taking time for deep breathing. Take time to reflect. Take time to recharge. Take time to do what it is that you're here to do in a powerful way.
What you're here to do at Awakened. Okay? Make sure you do what you're supposed to do at Awakened.
And know that you have the ability to complete the class. It's a class. And I completed. And at the end, I was so happy. I went over and hugged her. I said, thank you for those 2 words. Thank you for giving me what I needed.
Please don't just hug strangers. That's weird. I'm sorry. Like, even though I've been in yoga classes and I've been a yoga teacher who has given out head massages in Shavasana time, okay? I'm not hugging anyone. Don't hug me, even if I give you a reassuring nod from the mat. some of these, like, no hugs, thank you. And this little old lady, like, she's going to revere, like, look, not all old people are good. Okay. Hello. That's why the government sucks.
In that moment when I needed it the most. Those words will never leave who I am. They become a part of me. And so on those toughest days and those challenging weeks, when you feel as if you don't have what it takes, it's up to you to give yourself what you need, to put the oxygen on yourself, to honor yourself, and also set yourself up to win. How do you set yourself up to win? Being on this type of call.
Are you for real? Being on this is how you set yourself up for win. I didn't think she was going to be so overt, but here we are. She just dot pointed for you. So honor yourself, get your smiles, and then be on, like, what is it? Set yourself up to win. But she's nearly finished, and she just introduced a new point. When you're concluding, can I just, as an English teacher, conclusion shouldn't introduce any new points. Okay, it should sum up the points you've already got. But let's see what she says here, because obviously this is like, well, you're on the call because you have to be. You're a part of the company, and they've been getting into some legal trouble, so maybe you want to check that out.
Being a part of this powerful organization, surrounding yourself with other powerhouses, people that can uplift you, people that can encourage you, people that can speak life into you when you need to have life spoken into you, and you can speak life into them when they need to have life spoken into them. And it's really about knowing that when you set yourself up to win, you're giving yourself a winning advantage. You're giving yourself the things that you need. And if you know there's some areas of challenge that you have, like perhaps you're challenged with organization. So find some people that are really good with organizing and get them on board, get them on your team, and get them to help you in that area. Let's say you're
How do you do that? You just saying recruit somebody who's ignorant, organized. Just get them on your team. How? This is not helpful. Oh, damn it. What are we up to? 1907. How have I been recording for an hour and a half? How much have I been actually saying on this? God, shut up, me. Okay, 1907. There we go.
being able to just, you're introverted, you're shy, okay? So you don't like to necessarily go in the room and meet people. Okay, great. Get you some extroverted friends and be their wingman, right? Or let them be your wing woman. And just find yourself in a
For what, though? What does that mean? How? In what context? I'm very confused.
place where you're giving yourself what you need to set yourself up to win. And the most important thing I want to say as we begin to land this plane is just to know how special you are, how unique you are.
Not everyone's special. What are you talking about? You have not used the analogy of the plane except for the oxygen mask. You didn't say we were boarding a plane. You haven't used the analogy. Like, this is messy. I'm sorry, but it's messy. Obviously, she's got the gift of the gab in the way she delivers it, but the structure is terrible. All right? If you're going to go for this flight analogy, then you need to go with it the whole time. Okay? Now we're getting off this plane. When did we get on it? We didn't get on it. We've only talked about the gas masks. You haven't talked about anything else. Gas masks. Freudian slip. Yes. So, let's keep it consistent. Although everyone's going to say, that was amazing, so good. Oh my God, I'm so inspired. Because I have to.
There's nobody else like you on the planet but you. You've cornered the market on being you. There was one mold, and you came and became that mold for the world. And so keep shining your light on a day-to-day basis, because
There aren't also other overweight, single woman with too many dogs, single, I said single already. No children, left-leaning, left-wing, I'm not left-leaning, left-wing, outspoken feminist, alternative, liked alternative music, spend a lot of time going to festivals. There are heaps of people like me. I am not original whatsoever. Okay? Not many people are. All right? So, yeah. And who are teachers? There's 1,000 of me out there. There's 1,000 of you. There's 1,000 of everybody. I don't know. It's like, yeah, feel special about yourself. Because what else is there in an MLM? There's not too much else. And it's just like, this is why we say MLMs are like commercial cults. It's making people in religion, and this is how religions have used it in the past, they're okay with their life now because they're going to go to heaven and get all the riches and all the good stuff because they're religious. And that's what religion has taught them, so that they will be happy with what their shitty life is now because in heaven they get all the riches. So it's exactly the same. I'm going to promise you, don't worry about that. Just be happy with what you've got, even if it, be happy in yourself, knowing that you're doing a good job, you're special, etc., etc. So you don't focus on how much money you're losing, how much time you're putting in, how much time away from your family you're spending. Do it a profit and loss statement and tell me whether you're still special or not, because that's not real special.
Because why? The world needs your light. It needs your light because in the way that you can bring your light, no one else can bring it. And so we're excited to have you be a part of this. And we appreciate every single person that shows up and shines their light in a unique way and do good things, bring good energy, good love, good intentions, and good words of encouragement to everyone that is here, because you're
I mean, that's all good in theory, but you cannot promise that. You cannot promise that it's all going to be good. And good is a hard thing to qualify, because it all comes with a different context.
You'll never know how powerful your words may be for someone that needs your words on that particular day. And if there's someone that comes to mind that you feel you should call them and let them know you love them. Call them and speak life into them. Call them and encourage them. Call them and let them know the value.
She's got a cadence to this. This is something she's delivered before. This is not unique to Awakened. And they're going to think it is, because that's what they're made to think. She told me I'm special. I'm special. I'm receiving this message from her because I am special. And she's just a shy star. Scam artist as well. Getting paid a lot of money, I'm sure, to do this because she convinces everybody else to stay in. So it's worth the money to Danielle.
Value that they bring to your life, because someone paid the price for you to be here looking good, smelling good, and doing everything you want to do in this thing called life. So when that price has been paid, you pay it back, you pay it forward, and you keep shining. Renew yourself as often as you can. Thank you.
So I wasn't anticipating to cry my lashes off, but I am.
What? Now I'm confused. What the hell? What? Oh, that was not. That was so uninspiring. That was so word salad, repetitive, repeat, repeat, repeat. She actually looks like she has been crying, which is different. She said something just before the end, and I was like, "This is dumb."
And as you can. Thank you.
Hang on.
Renew yourself as often as you can. Thank you.
Renew yourself. Like, she just introduced that brand new concept as the last word. Renew yourself. What does that mean? How does that relate? Oh my God, I'm very frustrated.
So I wasn't anticipating to cry my lashes off, but I am supremely honored by not only the message you just.
She wouldn't be on camera if she didn't look perfect. She didn't cry. I reckon, yeah, she will not be on camera unless she's made up and she looks what she thinks is 100%.
Just brought, but the chat today is on fire. Dr. Ona Love Brown, I adore you. This is just your first peek into the pillar of awakened self. You guys have not seen anything yet. We are, like Ashley says, we're stretching out our Bambi legs. You guys have not seen two.
Ashley said we're stretching out our Bambi legs. That's embarrassing. That's a ridiculous metaphor. Oh my God. And I don't think she was crying because she's still got freaking lashes on. Be careful about lying about lashes, Danielle. I want to be like Michaela Noriega. I don't know. She's a TikTok beauty influencer.
Of the three pillars of Awakend that make up the heart of this company, and that's awakened self and awakened health. Yes, is our products, but awakened wealth and awakened self, those two are supremely important in the what makes up the composition of this brand. I will remind you, for those of you who don't know this or do know this, I want to give you a reminder that people come maybe for a product or to get a result, but they stay for the culture. You just experienced tonight a taste of what you're going to get.
I think Danielle lines up her ring light to be so that it is perfect circle where her eye is like, mine's a square, but yeah, the culture's interesting, Danielle, because this isn't culture. That was just a woman speaking, making people feel good, even though they may not be losing weight or earning any money.
Every week of the year, we're going to have a different topic for you. Ona is putting something together special with us to actually give you every week of the year something to help you grow into the person that you were designed to be. You all.
When do we get there, though? And also, it's not coming out of the kindness of her own heart. Obviously, you're paying her. So I would hope that she's doing something for you.
All have seeds of greatness in you. That's why you're here. We're going to all do this together. We're going to lock arms and we're going to become the best versions of ourselves together. So thank you so much, Dr. Brown. We love you. That was amazing. And yes, thank you. Right,
thank
everybody?
you.
So
Love
thank
you.
so much. And we're going to end this call. And then we're going to have you come back into the waiting room so we can have two separate recordings to archive tonight. So thank you so much again. And we'll catch you in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That's weird. Why did they record it again? Hmm. You're a special snowflake, and Dr. Una said so. I don't know. I was going through Kayla from Kia's World, her Instagram stories, and she used to follow how she got to where she is. She used to follow Rachel. I think she used to do the self-helpy sort of things. Ooh, the Selkie style. I'm getting a Selkie dress. I'm so excited. I haven't got it yet, but I'll see if I can bring it up because I am interested in showing you, because it's about self-help and it feels like Luna is just your self-help, like, I don't know, BS as per usual, Oh, come on, where are you? I follow way too many people on my Instagram and it's hard to find. Come on, Kayla. She said she's going on tour with John Mayer. Oh, okay. Hang on, let me share this. Stories, yes, okay. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. And let's undo it. So she says here, all self-help and personal development is for children.
around yourself and actually giving yourself like a good hug. What does it feel like to hug you? We hug everyone so freely. We give hugs so freely. What does it feel like to hug you?
Where is Kylie? She's taking forever.
Hi. Ooh.
Okay, what did we get invited to?
What did you do to Mufasa?
No, Mufasa.
Do you love?
I think I followed that account on, what's it called? TikTok. I just forgot the name. TikTok. Great. Love, make it make no sense. Follow her on IG. Yeah. Hug yourself. Anyway, hug yourself before you wreck yourself. That could be my catchphrase. No, thank you. Dr. Ona Brown, I'm predicting more BS, and like they already had, like, Ashley kind of does that self-helpy crap. God, she's probably charging them so much money. And yeah, that she's Les Brown's daughter. I'm sure that got her into a lot of MLM doors. A lot. All right, I'm going to finish things here. Might record something else, but yeah, that's it. Please like and subscribe and tell me what you think. What was my best facial expression? Okay. All right. Goodbye.